So yeah, like I was saying, like it's just like one of these things that has been created to, obviously there's an education, you get an education in there as well, you know what I mean? You will learn some English and some maths and some science and some languages and other things, and obviously you have physical education that's incorporated in there as well, which is obviously a good thing for big kids to be getting outdoors and playing and getting some sunlight and learning how to, you know, play together as a team and all these different things, you know, whatever. You do get an education there as well, but at the end of the day it is kind of like an indoctrination system into getting you prepared and ready for the working world. Like most people work a 9 to 5 today, you know, 5 days a week, just like when you go to school, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, you go to work, come home, you have Saturday, Sunday off, and then you go back again. So, and one thing I do want to say while it's on my mind, is it days of the week or days of the week, if you get what I'm trying to say. And that might go over a lot of people's head, but some people will get it, you know? Because you've got days as in D-A-Y-S, and you've got days as in D-A-Z-E, like a days, like, yeah? And you also got week as in W-E-E-K for the week, like Monday to Friday. And then you got week as in W-E-A-K, as in weak, you're not strong, you're weak. So is it days of the week or days of the week? Is it the weekend or the weekend? Yeah? They're both pretty much spelled almost identical and almost sound the same. It's a setup, it's a trap, it's the Matrix.
Well, sometimes I wake up and I think it's a Wednesday or something, do you know what I mean? When it's a Saturday or something, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I've done it. Right? So, what a lot of nonsense it all is in a kind of way, do you know what I mean? You know, I kind of get bored of it, right? I'm 57 now, right? And I think, who's done this date thing, you know? Who invented it in a kind of way, you know? We got a, you know, it doesn't really exist, really. Do you know what I mean? It's all kind of made up.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
Right? There's no, you know, there's no days. You know, there is days, okay? It's a great word for a day, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It kind of like, we understand what that means.
Yeah.
But, you know, in reality, right, I mean, like I said, I used to work, okay? And about 6 years ago I retired. And now I'm just sort of like, don't care what day it is. You know what I mean? It don't matter to me. You know, it doesn't actually matter really what time it is, you know, unless, say, I'm going to meet you or someone else or whatever. I might like look at the clock, whatever, a little bit helps, do you know what I mean? But really time, it's out, do you know what I mean? We're all sort of like going by the clock. It's important to be there at 9 o'clock, or otherwise you're going to get told off, you know? You know, all this sort of stuff, all this strictness, alright? And it's tiring people out, if you ask me, you know, like I say, sleep's very important. If you ask me, sleep's more important than work. Definitely. You know, like if you don't sleep well, you can't think well in a kind of way, you know, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know, and in this world we're living today, we've been told that we've got to go to work, we've got to earn a living, our children have got to go to school, whether we like it or not, yeah. And really, to me, it's like, this is not nice at all. It's like we're prisoners, if you ask me. We're being ordered by something, to, like I say, I told you, I did not like school, I couldn't wait, I ran away in the end from school, okay, basically, okay. I ran away, I couldn't stand the place, you know. Now I look back, and I think, how disgusting. You know, I would much rather have spent my life with my mum. And I don't care if I didn't learn English or anything, okay, because I didn't anyway at school. You with me? Yeah. I was just loving art, drawing, doodling.
Creative.
Well, even if I was in the English, right, you know, honestly, I was doodling. I didn't want to know. Teachers really found me difficult. Yeah. You know, and I mean, eventually when I was 16, they sat me down and I was starting to read a little bit, you know. But, yeah, I was, and we had 7 different sets, okay. When I went up to the senior, it was my last 4 years. Yeah. And they had the top set for really clever intelligent people that were good at English. Then they had the bottom set, which I was put in. Okay. Right, and that people would class that as a dunce's set. You know, especially people in top sets and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now my brother's 2 years older than me. Okay. And as I say, we're a bit different. You know, he loved music and I loved art, whatever. And yeah.
Yeah.
But he was a prefect.
Yeah.
And he was in the top set. He was really good at English. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And like I said to you, my brother, my dad, who divorced my mother when I was about 3 or whatever, or something, you know, they got divorced anyway, yeah. Really admired my dad, my brother, a lot, you know, and sent him birthday cards and things like this, yeah, whatever. Sometimes, and really proud of him because he was intelligent.
Okay.
Clever,
Yeah.
you know, but me, nothing. Right, and at school put in the bottom set, which I hated.
Yeah, of course.
And the humiliation of it all.
Yeah.
Why separate children like this, you know? Why not put them all in the same classroom a bit, you know? And, you know, I mean, if I had a classroom of a random of 50 different children, whatever, I reckon I could sort of like, you know, teach them the same thing somehow, you know. I know some children are a little bit difficult.
Yeah, some children learn faster than others, of course, and slower than others, of course.
Well, I think again, you know, a child, when they're born, you don't know who the parents are. You know, they could be murderers. You know, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? You know, it just gets quite deep, really, when you think about it. You know? But you know, when a child first goes to school, when at the time they're about 5 or 6, whatever, you know, their background it might be completely different already. You know, they might not. You know, like my background. You know. Completely different to most other children's. You know, I was put in the bottom set, and but I was very strong. Okay, I was quite strong. My body was very, you know, I was very fit.
Yeah.
I could run fast and things like this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I could balance on one hand when I was younger as well. Yeah. I used to sort of do balancing tricks to everyone, you know, and impress the girls a little bit, you know. So I did have some good times at school, yeah. I had to stay there, I had to make the most of it, if you see what I mean, yeah. I had to smile, I had to try to enjoy it, you know, and get used to it. I knew that I had to go there, if you know what I mean, yeah. You know, but no, I did not like school, and I think, you know, how disgusting it's ruined my life. How disgusting it's ruined my life, yeah. You know, I could have been a much better child if my mum brought me up. Yeah. And I was with my mum at all times. You know, I'm angry, to be honest with you, a little bit about that. You know, I don't regret anything. I personally don't regret anything, right? Yeah. Apart from maybe getting married, whatever, you know, maybe. But I don't regret nothing in life. But I'm angry, yeah. Very, very angry. And I have to kind of, I can't forgive it in a kind of way, because you only get one life. Yeah. You know, and I'm sitting here a 57-year-old, right, and I feel like complaining, but who do you complain to? You know, this is like a matrix, do you know what I mean? It's like I say, you've got a library there, you've got a public school there, then you've got the posh school where I'm going over here, right, you know, where if you've got a bit more money, you can send them. You can afford to get out. Yeah, but even those people there, right, yeah, honestly, yeah, they are the public. Right, but if you've got a bit more money, you can send them there. You can go to a private school. But rural public area, if you're not a rural sovereign person, you are public. Yeah, true. And then you go to citizen advice, right, and they are absolutely rubbish in there. They are. You know, and I'll tell you what, the people that work for citizen advice, half of them, or most of them, are ex-military people. Right, and honestly, I'll go in there and I think, you know, I tell them my situation about my daughter and all that. You know, it's like you know, there's nothing you can do about it. Sorry, it's, you know, I tell them that I'm not happy with my school, whatever. You know, I was locked up in you know, they say that's the past. You know, that a long time ago. We can't do nothing about that. They don't even bother investigating it in a kind of way, you know. But hang on, you know, that was a crime. It's like rape. You know, like if a woman gets raped, right, when she was a young girl, for instance, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's.
It can still be
Well,
brought.
yeah, but
yeah.
she's, you know, a young girl. She don't know nothing, whatever. And then when she gets older and mature, she thinks, "Oh, look at my back."
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And you know, it is a crime.
A crime. Yeah.
And it's like when you go to these people who sit advice, they don't want to investigate or.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Michael Jackson said. You know, they don't really care about us.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the truth, right?
Mm.
You know, even Michael Jackson himself, he's public.
Yeah.
You know, and so is Albert Einstein.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, even inventors themselves. Yeah, when they invent something, okay, they got to sort of go to a certain place and.
Yeah.
You know, in this place, or they make a profit out of these inventors.
You have to have a registered trademark.
Well, they make a profit out of you.
Yeah.
You know?
You have to have a trademark.
Exactly.
And
so it don't matter who you are, right? And, you know, if you're the most, we're owned. We're all owned, and that's it. You know.
That's true.
You know, that's what I believe. We're all owned. You know, that's wrong. That's what's wrong with society. And I think like society is completely lost. Like I say, you know, we feel like this is meant to be, you know, like you're meant to go to school all this, yeah? But I'm telling you, we're enemies.
Yeah.
We are enemies, all of us, you know. If you ask me, you know, anyone that, you know, like me, I didn't like my school, you know, and I feel like it was like a prison, you know, a temporary one that you go home. And it doesn't feel like a prison because you can go home and see your parents, you know, but you think about it, you don't really know what's going on. You know, it's like me, I was locked up in my cupboard, but my mum didn't know that. She wasn't there. She didn't know. She thought I was sort of like having a good time, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Getting looked after and educated and everything else, yeah.
Yeah. You know, and you don't even know if the teacher's having sex with your daughter.
Yeah, true, yeah.
You know, and all this kind of stuff, do you know what I mean?
God forbid, yeah.
You know.
But those kind of things do happen, you know. You have to be careful who are around your children, because like sometimes there are predators and shit. You got, you know, they're undercover predators, you know, and they put themselves in those kind of positions and environments so that they can kind of go undetected, if you see what I mean. So you do have to be careful, you know, because there's a lot of predators out there, you know, and I wouldn't want to have to, you know, take matters into my own hands. You know, God forbid something like that was to happen to one of my children. You know, I don't know what the hell I would do, you know. You know, I don't know how you stop yourself or refrain yourself from doing something, you know, but there you go, you know.
I mean, it's like even when you walk around the supermarket, you know, you can tell that they're trying to sell public loads of crap.
Loads of shit. If you look at a lot of food today, a lot of the stuff, like you said, a lot of it, like you might have one healthy section in the supermarket, and even that section isn't as healthy as it used to be.
No.
Because they still spray with all sorts of pesticides and all sorts of shit like that. So the fruits and vegetables aisle and the nuts and all that type of shit, that aisle, where you've got all that stuff combined, you know, your fruit, veg, you know, nuts, grains, all that type of shit. That's the healthier side of the supermarket. A lot of the other shit in all the other aisles, a lot of the time is rubbish, really. Not that great for you.
It's all,
you know.
I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like they're trying, you know, someone's trying to poison us, but they don't care. As long as they make profits or something, you know. It's about that, and it's all about profits, making money. And I think the government don't care a monkeys how you make money, as long as you know, if you can make money out of oxygen, they're happy to collect your taxes, basically, do you know what I mean? You know, basically, they don't give a monkey about us. And they tell us we've got to earn this, whatever, you know. And like so, I'm absolutely, you know, I'll get one life. I'm a human being, right, just like they are, you know. And I'm getting, I know for a damn fact I've been violated by police and all kinds of people right out here, you know, because of my situation. They violated me big time. You know, I personally don't even like doctors anymore. Okay, I like firemen. Okay. I salute them, yeah, but I do not salute the police or any doctors anymore, right? I'm actually sort of quite frightened if I go to the doctors, because I think they can be quite dangerous to people. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, doctors can section people and all sorts of type of shit today. Like they can put you into bloody, if they get upset by something that you say or something that you disagree with them or whatever the case may be, and things end up getting a little bit uncomfortable for both of you, they can bloody call some people and say, oh, you know, that person's a crazy person, and bloody get you locked up. You know, it's, you know, you've got to be careful with doctors. Doctors can get you sectioned, you know. and get you locked up and put in a bloody asylum for a few weeks, and those people give you those bloody drugs. So when you come out of there, you'd be like a zombie. You know what I mean? You'd be fried.
So I mean, like
you know?
all the hospitals belong to them.
Yeah.
All the schools belong to them. Yeah. Everything belongs to them. Yeah. In a kind of way, you know. And you know, every business.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of like got to pay taxes to them. Yeah. And it's like we're all on a bit of string here.
Yeah.
Basically, you know.
All puppets.
And we, you know, it's like I say, the price of living gone up, and
astronomically.
Things are twice as much. Right, and I reckon in 2 years' time they're going to go up twice as much again. Do you know what I mean?
I think so.
You know, and that
seems like it.
You know, do you know what I mean? It's scary. I think, you know, and you think like, you know, if you've got children, it's scary. You know, well, how scary is it? You know, like I've heard like it's cruel to have children now. You know, and I've heard people say that, and I kind of understand it now.
If you think about it right now, right, we're living in a day and age right now where people are talking about a potential World War III. So just imagine the implications.
But
of something like this.
They write it. They write the First World War.
No, I know. I agree with that. I know it's all planned. I know it's all planned and scripted and shit. But we're at a stage right now in the world where things are so uncertain that there could potentially be another war, and to say that is just absolutely insane. But I hope, as an optimist and someone who tries to stay positive and tries to look on the brighter side of things, you know, tries to see the silver lining at the end of the day, I hope that even though society has got to a point today where things have become so like detrimental and kind of like catastrophic, kind of like you know, I hope that things will improve and get better, and things will, you know, humanity will learn to live more like harmoniously and more peacefully and more lovingly and more together again, more unified, you know. But at the moment I can't see it happening, you know. I feel like right now the world isn't a really, you know, society and the world is in a bad place.
If you Google it, it was, you know, when did Third World War start?
Yeah. But it's already started.
World War started when, you know, a few years back. I can't remember the precise date, right?
Yeah.
And they even know how long it's going to last.
Yeah.
You know, it's written.
Yeah. It's all planned. It's all planned, all orchestrated, as we know.
So I mean,
quite scary, you think, you know?
Well, I'm 57 now. So I haven't really got 5 minutes left on this planet, really. You know, when you think about it, you know, the lifespan of the universe itself is quite long.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just a blink of an eye here, you know, and everybody that's did before me. You know what I mean? Like Nelson or George Washington. They're all gone now.
Anyone who's
Michael Jackson, they're all gone. You know what I mean? We're only here for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? You know, so World War III, you know, like it's the children that's going to have to fight it.
Yeah.
Our children, whatever, you know, it's like, so our world, there's something wrong with it, and they're always, you know, like children shouldn't have been sent to schools like they were. That's wrong. They should be with their parents, and we should all be looked after and loved. Do you know what I mean? As people, but we're not being loved. We're not being looked after. We're being used. If you ask me, in a big way, and they're not telling us. They're just using us. You know, and like I said, we've got birth certificates. But I don't think, like, if you're sovereign, I don't think you would get a birth certificate. Do you know what I mean? It's you know, they're printing prints on us in the highway everywhere, you know? So I just feel like we are owned, definitely. You know, they're not going to tell us, are they?
Of course, of course. Anyway, mate, before we wrap it up and call it a night for this week's episode, all about society.
Yeah, society.
Is there any final words or any closing statements or anything you want to leave with the people about society before we call it a night and get out of here?
Yeah, I just hope, like, whatever we've said today, you know, was interesting.
Yeah, hopefully it resonates with someone out there, and, you know, a few people out there, and, you know.
You know, I'm hoping that society will get better.
Yeah, me too.
And improve in the future somehow.
Yeah, we've got to stay positive.
Well, I just feel like the only way to get better is get rid of things that are bad. You know, get rid of our mistakes, really. You know. Or,
yeah. But I think it all starts individually. It starts with each individual person making a conscious decision to want to do better, to want to be better.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I think most people want to be better, don't they? You know.
Yeah,
like,
I think so. Yeah.
Like they're all. I think where everyone's getting wiser every day. Surely.
Yeah.
You know. I know that I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, who knows the future, really?
Yeah, it's true.
You know, so what I sometimes think, well, I talk about it a bit in a kind of way, you know, because we just don't know what it's going to be, you know, in a kind of way. But I say, you know,
well, we've got some idea. We've got some idea.
Well, it's important to plan, isn't it? You know?
It's because like you've got your daily routines and everything. As long as you're blessed with life, you kind of know your daily routines and where you need to be and what you have to do, and so you kind of know your future to a degree. But like you said, a lot of it is still uncertain. If you see what I mean, you know.
I just think we're all separated
in
big ways, you know. And I wish that we could unseparate ourselves in a kind of way, you know, and come together again somehow.
Yeah, unify.
And come to some sort of understanding. But say, I think it is down to education, you know, like they don't teach compassion, you know, and it's like bullying going on, and it's not like no wise adults there sort of saying, you know, just put all the children right in one classroom, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the education's very poor. My education was poor.
Yeah.
I know that, like, if I had proper people in there that were intelligent and helpful and caring people, I feel like all my teachers weren't really that. They were just doing a job, and they were told not to be our friends at all, whatever. You know, the teachers were really wise, and they were helping me. They would have done, do you know what I mean, giving me more love.
Yeah.
But I felt like I was getting told off for this, that, whatever. Giving lines, giving punishment, and really it kind of like ruined my childhood.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't have a teacher sort of saying, you know, just understanding me.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
making an effort.
Well, it didn't matter to them whether my mum and dad was divorced or whatever, or I didn't have any parents in a kind of way. You know, you know, to them, the teachers, I don't think, you know, it don't matter about the parents. They've got the kids now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but I just think it is taking, you know, like I've had 3 children, in my life, and I feel like they're not mine.
Yeah.
They're not mine, they belong to the government.
The system,
You know, they've got to go to school. They're not my control anymore, they're somebody else's. You with me? You know, they've been taken away from me. But yeah, that's it really, that's all I can say really.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Anyway guys, hope you guys have enjoyed this week's episode all about society. We'll be back again next week with a brand new episode, of course, so please stay tuned for that. If you do like this video, please obviously like, comment and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, we see you guys again next week. This has been the Philosophy Podcast. Good night, God bless, one love. Let's hope for a better society, a better future. Let's try and stay positive and optimistic, of course, you know, because that's how shit gets done. And yeah, one love.